be a good day. We've got some little breezes happening, so I'm hoping we'll get some wind chimes. That'll be nice. And yeah, so here's our focus today. Glutes. And not in the, oh my God, you're going to have such a great butt kind of way, although you will. This is all about strengthening your glutes in hip extension, which is their main job. And so what ends up happening so often is that our hips get tight, and so our glutes can't do their main job. And so all the smaller muscles around the outside of your hips start to take over, and we end up with external rotation. And I'm going to show you that difference. This is important stuff. So, hi. This is going to be a challenge. So, hip extension is here, where you're opening your hips forward. That's the main job of your gluteus maximus. But what happens is when hips get tight, so your glutes can't push against that anymore, and so they start going this way. This is external rotation. And that's where all these little muscles over here start getting overworked. And a lot of lower back pain actually comes from those muscles being overworked and getting inflamed and just being tight. So we are going to start by opening up those hips a little bit, and then we are really going to get strong through the glutes, mainly in that hip extension position. So butt's going to feel so good today. Anyway, so grab your yoga mat, grab your coffee, turn on your music, and let's get started. Alrighty. So find your comfortable seated position, whatever that is looking like for you today. Get out the wiggles, settle in, and then when you're ready, just close your eyes. Take those deep breaths. Focus on the inhale, slow it down, take your time, and feel what moves when you breathe. Let's give those deep breaths a little more room. As you inhale, reach your arms up, lift your ribs away from your hips, get tall. And exhale, stay tall, hands back in your lap. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up, lift up, get tall. And exhale, staying tall, hands back in your lap. And open your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in, reach up, lift up, get tall. Exhale and bow forward. Reach your hands forward along the floor just as far as you feel comfortable. You can release the muscles in your neck if that feels okay, just letting your head hang. And then focus on breathing across your back. Let it widen as you inhale. Inhale up, reach up, lift up, get tall. Staying tall, exhale and twist. Just a gentle twist. Focus on breathing right into the center of your body, letting your abdomen expand. And inhale up. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale up. Exhale, up, out, and over to one side. Top shoulder rolls back, top arm reaches over, and as you inhale, breathe right into your rib cage. Feel it expand. Keep reaching, keep breathing. Roll that shoulder down towards the floor. Feel the stretch move into your back. Ooh, yeah. And let your breath follow it. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Up and over, top shoulder rolls back. Reach, into your rib cage. Keep reaching, keep breathing. Roll that shoulder down. Feel the stretch move, let your breath follow. And inhale up. Whew. Exhale, reach forward and round back. Separate your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin. Inhale, open. Breathing right into your chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, up. And exhale, hands back in your lap. Ooh, take a second, close your eyes. Focus back in on those nice deep breaths, and this time, let everything expand at the same time. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. Whew. Let's come up to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Find that most comfortable spot for your wrists. So that might be a little forward. It might be up on your knuckles. Whatever's working for you. We're going to get right into cat and cow. So let's inhale, retract and depress your shoulder blades. Let your hips tilt. Scoop your chest, look up. And then as you exhale, protract and elevate your shoulders. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck your chin in nice and tight. Inhale, retract, depress, tilt, look up. Exhale, protract, elevate, tuck, and round. Keep it going at your own pace, follow your own breathing. Couple more deep breaths. And then when you're ready, exhale into neutral spine. going to go into our spinal balance, which of course is going to work your core, of course is going to work your shoulders, but we're also working those glutes hard. So that's where we're going to focus today. So first things first, reach that right leg back, toes resting on the floor. And you want the top of that right foot on the floor. And that's how you know that your knee is going to be pointed down and that your hip is going to be square to the floor. So the big thing that we are trying to work today in this particular spinal balance is in keeping that knee pointed down, keeping your hip pointed down. So when we pull in, we're really pulling in tight and we're avoiding opening out to the side. That's your external rotation. This is your hip extension. So that's going to be our main focus today. Let's shift over to the right arm, pushing the floor away, opening up that right shoulder, and reach your left arm forward. Find your balance, pick that right leg up, and really reach those toes back. Think of squeezing your right thigh in towards your left thigh. Those adductors are going to help keep your glutes working in extension. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and curl everything in. Just go as deep as you feel like you can. Inhale, reach, keeping that knee pointed at the floor. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach, right thigh squeezing towards left. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Knee is pointed at the floor. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Think of squeezing your glutes and pressing that right hip towards the floor. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach and hold it there, breathing deeply. Knee is pointed at the floor. Right thigh is squeezing in towards the left. Toes are reaching back. And then release it down. And then reach that left leg back. Top of your foot resting on the floor. Knee pointed at the floor, hip pointed at the floor. Let's shift over to that left arm, push the floor away a little bit. Opening up that shoulder, reach your right arm forward. Find your balance, picking that left leg up. Squeezing your left thigh in towards your right so that left hip isn't trying to open out to the side. Take a deep breath in, get a little longer. Exhale and curl. Just stick with your balance. Go for depth later. Inhale, reach. Knee pointed at the floor. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach, left thigh squeezing in towards the right. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach and hold it there. Your knee is pointing at the floor. Left thigh is squeezing in towards the right. Now really reach. Make that leg as long as you can. Point those toes back. Reach, reach, reach. And then release it down. Couple deep breaths. And then bring your hands just a little forward. Pressing those palms into the floor. We're going to get back into our down dog. Turn your toes under. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, push and pull back into down dog. Hips are pulling up and back. Chest is pressing back towards your knees. Shoulder blades are retracted slightly and elevated. You're getting a little extra length through your sides. Let's walk this dog, keeping your hips square. Walking this dog so you get that calf and hamstring stretch. And then let your hips move up and down, side to side. Getting that stretch, move around a little bit. Even yourself out. Bend your knees evenly, come up out of the balls of your feet, scoop your tailbone towards the ceiling. Get that extra stretch for your hamstrings. Scoop it up, and then start to press your knees back, start to press your heels down, only going as far as you can without losing that feeling of a scoop. And walk your feet to your hands. Woo! Come all the way up. And mountain pose. All right. Let's find that mountain pose. Feet can be together or hip distance or anywhere in between, wherever is feeling good for you today. And then balance your weight evenly, front to back, side to side. Shoulders back and down. Tailbone points down towards the floor. Let's just take some of those deep breaths. Breathing in, up the front of your body, breathing out, down the back of your body. Let's add on that nice reach. Inhale and reach up, lifting ribs away from hips. Staying tall, exhale. Mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Adding on. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down, hinging at your hips. Bend your knees, forward fold. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Tuck your cheeks in. Hold this forward fold for a little bit. Taking deep breaths. Now, even if you're not all the way down, that's okay. Remember, your forward fold could be here, just as long as you've got some support for your back so you can really round it. And then tuck your chin. That little extra chin tuck is just an amazing stretch. And while, yes, it does get the back of your neck and between your shoulder blades, it'll get all the way down to your hamstrings. Let's take a deep breath and come into a half lift. Lengthen that spine. And then exhale back down into your forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Get that long spine and inhale. Reverse swan dive up. Reach up. And exhale mountain. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain. Let's do it one more time, then we'll add on. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain pose. Adding on that vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift, big deep breath. Hands down right underneath your shoulders. Step it back into plank. Let's find that nice plank. Shoulders are slightly protracted, pushing the floor away, and you're tucking hips and ribs towards one another, trying to flatten out that curve in your lower back. Take another deep breath in, and exhale, chaturanga. Elbows straight back, chest and chin. Hover above the floor. Inhale, scoop it forward and up into up dog. Shoulders are back and down. And then turn your toes under. Exhale, down dog. Let your abs help out there. Let them help out the whole time, really. Inhale, plank. You can do this on your knees, of course. Exhale, chaturanga. You can totally do this on your knees. Inhale, scoop it up. Instead of up dog, you can do baby cobra, leaving your rib cage on the floor. Exhale, instead of down dog, you can do child pose. All of that easier on your wrists, elbows, shoulders, and lower back. So if anything's talking to you, go ahead and take those options. Let's inhale back into plank. Knees or toes. Exhale, chaturanga, knees or toes. Inhale, scoop it up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, pull back, down dog or child pose. One more time, inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog or child pose. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up, reverse swan dive. Reach. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, step back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog or child pose. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up, reaching up at the top. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift, big deep breath. Hands come down, step back plank, and go through your vinyasa. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up, reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain pose. All right, we're gonna add on some hip openers. Take a nice deep breath in, reach up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift, big deep breath. Hands down, step back, plank, and go through your vinyasa. Alrighty, from down dog, step your right foot all the way up between your hands. And if it doesn't make it, if you get about halfway, just grab a hold of your ankle, help it up. Bring your left knee down. So we're going to start with our low lunge, passive stretch for that left hip. So you want your right knee over your right ankle, and then you can pull that left knee back just as far as you feel okay going. So if you need to make this a little less intense, just scoot that left knee a little closer. And then focus on deep breaths. Let your abdomen expand. As you take that deep breath in, feel how that changes the stretch. And then as you exhale, let everything sink down towards the floor, getting a little deeper stretch that way. We're going to make this stretch a little more active. Turn your toes under on that left foot. Keep your hips low and just push that heel back. Your hips are going to want to pop up. Let's see if you can keep them low. Even if it means that your knee doesn't even come off the floor. That's okay. As long as you're engaging your quads to try and push that heel back, to try to extend that knee, you are deepening the stretch and you'll feel it. Take some deep breaths, pressing that heel back. And then release it down. And slowly pull back. And pull that right leg back. Inhale back into plank. And go through your vinyasa. Alrighty, from down dog, we're going to step that left foot all the way forward. And drop your right knee down. So left knee is over left ankle, most important part. And then your knee is wherever it is working for you. So if you need to decrease the intensity, just pull that knee in a little closer. If being down this low over your left leg is uncomfortable, you can always come up and give yourself this kind of support up here. Still getting a nice stretch. That's the main thing. Wherever you are, you want to be getting that stretch for your right hip. Knee is on the floor, hip is pointed down, starting passively, so deep breaths. And just sink down. Alright, we're going to make this a little more active. Turn your toes under. Keep those hips low. Just press your heel back. Maybe your knee comes off the floor, and maybe it doesn't. As long as you are activating those quads, you're going to increase that stretch. Keep breathing. Let it go. Deep breaths. And then let's slowly close off that stretch. That's a big stretch, so you don't want to just fling out of it. Just nice and slow. Coming back. When you're ready, inhale into plank and go through your vinyasa. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way back up, reverse swan dive. Reach and release it down. All right. Awesome. Let's get into some strength. We're going to do a little chair pose flow. Now, important thing about this particular posture, your feet are going to be facing forward. They're going to be parallel. And you want your feet about 6 inches apart, hip distance, 2 fists side by side, right between those big toe knuckles. And you want your feet parallel, so take a look at your second toes and make those parallel. If they're parallel, your feet are parallel. It's hard to judge by the outsides of your feet or the insides of your feet because, I don't know, I have weirdly shaped feet. So those middle toes, though, if they're parallel, your feet are parallel. And then the way we're going to sit back, and we're just going to practice this a couple times and then we'll flow it. The way we're going to sit back is straight back. And when you go back, you're going to keep your knees pointing in the same direction as your toes. They might want to go in. They might also want to flare out. Either way, you want to bring them in or out so that they are 6 inches. So your toes, your heels, your knees, and then your hands are going to be 6 inches apart. So from the side, it's going to look like this. So you're really sitting back, really pulling your butt back. That's going to keep the work in your glutes and in your hamstrings. You will feel this in your quads. There's no way around it. But this is mostly glutes and hamstrings. Now, where you put your arms is totally up to you. You can inhale your arms just to shoulder height and sit back from there. That's great. You can also, if you want a little extra, you can reach them up over your head and bring it down that way. You'll notice that is going to give your back a little extra work. Or if you want to just leave your hands on your hips and do it that way, that is also fine. So find where you want to put your arms, and we're going to flow through these a little bit. So first thing, we're going to inhale, bring your arms up or wherever. Exhale, sit back and find that squat. And then we're going to hold this here for an inhale and an exhale. Inhale and come up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit back. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, mountain. And that's our flow. Inhale, arms. Exhale, sit back. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, arms. Exhale, sit back. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's take a little break. So if you're feeling your knees a lot right now, most likely you're not pulling your butt back far enough. So you might be coming down like this. That just means those hips are a little tight. Not the end of the world. Focus on sitting back first. Feel your weight sit back into your heels. You ought to be able to wiggle your toes at the bottom of this squat. Also, just don't go as low. If you're coming down low, that's going to put extra pressure on your knees, whether you're forward or back. So just listen to your body and do what feels right for you. Abs are in tight, and we're working those glutes. and your quads. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back, 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 back. Pull your hips back. Feel that weight in your heels. Hold that squat for inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, mountain. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, mountain. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, mountain. Let's do it one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, mountain. Give those legs a little shake. All right. That warmed things up a bit. Let's come on down to the floor. Now we're going to get into our more familiar back strengtheners that we've done, really focusing in on the glutes, big time. So we're going to start with seal pose. So for seal pose, of course, arms are going to reach back by your sides. And yes, your upper body is going to float up off the floor. But where we really want to focus our attention is on squeezing those knees together. Because this one especially, whenever you squeeze your glutes to push your hips down, to open up your hips, if there's a lack of strength in that hip extension move, your feet are going to want to come apart. That's your external rotators trying to work. Keep your knees squeezing together like crazy. So we're working inner thighs really hard. They are your helpers, okay? So arms are going to reach back, shoulders go back and down. Reach those arms down by your legs. Squeeze those knees together. Point your toes. Take a deep breath in and lift up. Reaching those arms back. You still got that nice squeeze between your shoulder blades, but check in with your glutes. You're squeezing your glutes hard to push your hips down towards the floor. Toes are reaching back, and you are squeezing those adductors together. Squeeze them in. Squeeze those knees together. Don't let them come apart. And then come on back down. Take a little break. Because there's a lot going on back there. Let's do it again. So set yourself up. Squeeze those knees together. Point your toes. Take a nice deep breath in. Squeeze your glutes. Push your hips down. Lift up. Squeeze those knees together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release it down. Ooh. So depending on how your hips are built and how your legs are built, your knees might touch, they might not. Your ankles might touch, they might not. It's all good. You just keep squeezing them towards one another. Let's do it again. Reaching back. Nice deep breath in. Squeeze those legs together. Inhale, lift up. And release back down. Deep breath. All right, let's do one more. Reach back, squeeze those legs together. Here we go. Lift up. Squeeze your knees together. Point your toes. Squeeze your glutes, pushing your hips down. Shoulders back and down. And release it down. All right, press your hands into the floor right under your shoulders. Push back. Let's go into child pose. Keep your knees together. So you're getting that nice stretch. All right. Come on up, have a seat. So we worked glutes, pushing hips down to the floor. Now we're gonna work glutes, pushing hips up to the ceiling. It's bridge time. So lie back, feet flat on the floor, and get them in nice and close. Palms down on the floor, arms are reaching down by your sides. Now your feet are still hip distance, just like they were when we were doing those chair squats. About hip distance between your feet and about hip distance with your knees. And remember, as you lift your hips up, watch out because those knees are really going to want to open out. So be very careful with that. Really focus on squeezing those knees together. Flatten out your shoulder blades into the floor. Palms are down, arms are down. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze your glutes and push those hips up towards the ceiling. Don't worry about going super, super high just yet. Focus in on where you are feeling this move. And think about those knees. Knees and toes pointed forward. Don't let them open out. Keep squeezing, keep lifting, and then just release it down. And we'll go a little higher. If you like, you can also stay exactly where you just were. So here we go. Deep breath, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. And then if you want to take it just a little higher, this is going to put that arch a little more into your thoracic spine. Push your feet into the floor, squeeze your butt, and it's like you're pushing your sternum towards your chin. Little extra squeeze going on there, so watch out for your knees. Keep them parallel, keep them pointed forward. Back of your neck is against the floor. Your chin is tucked in. Sternum towards chin. Push your feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes, pushing your sternum towards your chin. And then release it down. Got a nice burn going. Let's do it again. Press your feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Get them up as high as you can, and then give that extra squeeze. Push your sternum to your chin. Knees forward, toes forward. Release it down. Alrighty, we're going to do one more. Here we go. Push your feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Keep that chin tucked in. Lengthen the back of your neck on the floor, and then push a little harder. Squeeze a little higher, pushing your sternum towards your chin. Get that extra little thoracic bridge. Check in with your toes and your knees. They're pointed forward. Don't let them open out. Keep those glutes working in extension. And release it down. Ooh, yes. Pull your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Yikes. So if you have a little ball that you can put between your knees, that can give you, on that bridge pose especially, just a little extra input. And then you can be absolutely sure that you're keeping your knees parallel and they're not opening out, because you can feel those inner thighs working like crazy. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to go into reclined pigeon. We're going to give ourselves a little stretch. So cross your right ankle over your left knee and pull all that in. Ay, ay, ay. Now, this particular stretch is hitting mostly those external rotators, which, if we were doing a good job today, we were not really working all that hard. But because we were killing those glutes, I know you were killing your glutes, we're going to give those muscles a little extra stretch, open them out. They weren't doing the work. Awesome. So we're going to let them relax a little bit more. Let those glutes take over the way they should. And let's switch left over right and pull it in. Release it down. Let's rock and roll up. And we're going to go into a couple of floor stretches here. Both legs out front. And then tuck your left foot in towards your right thigh. And just kind of let that right leg open out a little bit so you're making a nice little V. Now flex your right foot, knee, toes pointed up at the ceiling, and we're going to turn to look out over that right leg. Take a nice deep breath in, reach up, interlace your fingers, and you're going to bring that grip all the way down to the bottom of your foot. Now, if you are looking at me like I'm crazy, don't worry. You want to get this grip underneath the sole of your foot, but you can bend your knee to do it. Bending your knee is not cheating. Get that grip underneath the ball of your foot, and then tuck your chin in, trying to put your forehead down towards your knee, and then as things open up, you can push that heel away. Just don't lose that grip. And eventually you'll have that leg all the way down on the floor, your grip underneath the ball of your foot, and you'll be putting your forehead down on your knee. But for today, just get as close as you can. Inhale up. And switch. Left leg out, right leg in. Turn your body over that left leg, and down you go. And remember, just bend your knee. If that foot just feels like it's a million miles away right now, just bend your knee, get that grip. That's what you want, is that grip, and then tuck your chin in and just get as close as you can. This is a round spine stretch. Chin is tucked in. And then inhale up. We're going to bring feet out in front. And we're just going to start with our knees up on this one. So first we did that round spine stretch. Now we're going to do a flat spine stretch. This is going to be a hinge, and it's going to nail those hamstrings. So sit up real tall as if we were about to do boat pose. Take your peace sign fingers and wrap them around your big toes. Now for some of us, this is as far as we go. That is perfectly fine. You're getting a nice little bit of back strength here, and eventually you're going to be able to straighten out those legs and start getting your hamstrings really opening up. But for now, keep your chest up tall, and once you've got that grip, you can start to walk those heels away. Just start to walk those heels away, and then maybe walk those hips back a little bit. And the thing you're watching for is this. The moment you feel those shoulders protract, you've gone a little too deeply into the stretch. We want this flat spine stretch the whole way. So if you can, eventually you're going to straighten out those legs, and that back is going to stay flat. But you listen to your body. Just go as far as you can while maintaining that. Don't let those shoulders protract, because the moment they do, you lose this hip hinge and then you lose that hamstring stretch. Walk those hips back a little bit. Upper body nice and tall, and feel that stretch going up the backs of your legs. We've worked those hard today. As you inhale, lengthen. Reach the crown of your head away from your tailbone. And then maybe, just maybe, go a little deeper. That might mean walking those heels away. It might mean walking those hips back. The full expression of the posture is to fold completely in half and tuck in. Take a nice deep breath in, come up. Let's shake out those legs. Whew. One more, a little spine twist. Cross your right leg over your left leg out straight or curls around, whatever you like. Both butt cheeks on the floor. Press your right hand into the floor, pressing that sternum up nice and tall. Headlock your right knee with your left elbow. Swivel your head right on top of your spine. If your left shoulder says it's okay, you can bring your elbow to the outside of your knee and twist a little deeper. You're going to feel that nice stretch through your glutes too. And slowly unwind. Yeah. Uncross, and then cross left over right. Left arm behind you, sternum up. Headlock that left knee as you twist. And then if your right shoulder says it's okay, you can bring your elbow to the outside of your knee. Stay tall as you twist and keep taking those deep breaths. Slowly unwind. Uncross. Come back to your seated position, right where we started. Alrighty. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach your arms up. Palms touch. Exhale. Hands down to heart center. Thank you so very much for coming. I hope this was really helpful. I hope you feel a little stronger. And if you have any comments, any questions, requests for next time, let me know. Leave me a little something in the comments. And if you've got friends who you think could benefit from this, please feel free to share. Absolutely share these videos. That's why I'm doing it. And if you got friends who are not on Facebook who you think would like it, I put every single one of these up on my YouTube page too. So you can watch them anytime. So they are up there. You just search my name, Kathy Apple, and I filed them all in the Farm Lady Yoga playlist. And maybe another time I'll tell you the story about that. Thanks for being here so very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Just wanted a little more wind chime. And I will see you next time. Namaste. Yay, thank you so much for being here, y'all. Really have a fabulous day. I'll see you tomorrow.